Pardon me. Now we're back to learning a GDScript from zero, an open source project by GDQuest.com. All right. So let's continue where we left off over here at defining our own variables. All right. So in the previous lessons, we used a predefined member variable named position. We did. In our projects, we will need to define our own variables. True. Imagine that we need to track the player's health in our game. We will. They may start with 5 health points, and when taking a hit, the health should go down by 1 to 4, right? After another hit, it'll be 3 and so on. So to keep track of that, we can create a variable named health to which we add and subtract points. The example below introduces the print function, which outputs its argument to the output box on the left. All right, so this print will print, it'll display whatever this is, whatever health is over here, right? That's what that basically said. So we're going to click the run button to instantly run the entire function, and click the step button to execute lines of code one by one. Oh, okay. The debugger panel at the bottom shows the current value of the health variable. Okay. So yeah, when we run the function, it'll do var health equals 5, right? And then we say health now equals health minus 1. Remember, this isn't math, okay? So if you're fresh, you got to understand this. This is not math. This isn't algebra. Health now equals what health was, which is 5, minus 1, right? So that's what this health is referring to, this health, not this health. This health is referring to health minus 1, okay? And this health are related, while this health and this health are related. They're not just related, they're the same thing. All right, anyway, just letting you know about that. Let's run it, and we can see it says 4, because health, which up here, this health is this health, which is 5 minus 1 equals 4. Blah, there we go. If we do the step, I haven't done this yet, so we'll see what this is. Step, we've got run. Then the next one is var health. Okay, oh, no, let's go back. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, so it has nothing in the debugger here. Step, we've got health now equals 5. Now we're going to do health minus 1. So health is now 4. And then we're going to print health, and health is 4. There we go. All right, so there it is. Let's get back to it. After executing the first 2 lines of code, we will have a health variable storing a value of 4. Below, they're going to break down how we define new variables and explain the print function, okay? Pardon me. So defining a variable. To use a variable, we must first define it to the computer so the computer registers its name, right? To do so, we start a line of code with the var keyword followed by our desired variable name. Like func stands for function, var stands for variable, all right? Variables are case sensitive, which means lowercase health and uppercase health are, well, you know, title case, let's call this title case. You know what it is. Lowercase health and uppercase health are technically different variables. Be careful to use the same capitalization whenever we refer to the same variable, or we could be reading or writing to a different variable. Honestly, just don't ever. Why would you do that? You know, I mean, like, it'll never write to a variable you never declare. You get what I'm saying? So if you never declare a capital health, you'll never write to it. You'll just get a regular old error. Anyway, let's keep going. The following line defines a health variable pointing to no value. Yes, this one right here. We can think of it as creating a product label we have yet to stick onto something. True. Yeah, we can definitely think about it like that. We're just declaring a variable here, and later we can say health equals 5. Later on in the code, you know, after we're doing a bunch of stuff. I don't know, you know, sometimes it's good to do it, and sometimes it's pointless to do it. It all depends on the situation. Like with function, a member variable's name must be unique inside a given code file. Creating 2 variables next to each other with the same name will cause an error. True. So yeah, doing var health and then var health again, not going to work. There's going to be an error and you're going to have to hunt that one down. That one sucks. Actually, that one's really bad. To use a variable, we want to assign it a starting value. We can do so using the equal sign, right? This code assigns the value 100 to a new variable named health. This one right here, right? So health now equals 100, just like up here where health was equaling 5. All right. So after defining our variable, we can access its value by writing the variable's name, right? So we say var health equals 100, and then when we say print health, it's going to print 100 because it's printing health, which equals 100. All right. The code above will display the number 100 to some output windows. Notice we don't use the var keyword anymore, as we only need to define, as we only need it to define a variable. Yeah, so we only do that to define it. After it's defined, we can refer to it without var. And in fact, we have to, or it will give us an error. All right. Where are we? Also, once we define a variable, we can change its value anytime with the equal sign, right? So we've got func run, we've got health equals 100, and now we changed health to 50. And when we print health, run it, it's 50. When we do it step by step, we have health is now 100 here. And then once it does this, health is now 50. All right. So let's go back. Let's go do some more. All right. So about the print function. So the print function is generally the first function we learn in academic programming courses, but we're not really, I guess, since we're not really going to be messing around with text as much as we're going to be messing around with pixels, this is really pretty far from what we're ever going to actually do. This is more for debugging than anything else. That being said, it sends or prints the message or value we give it to some output window. Anyway, let me read that again. So it sends or prints the message or value we give it to some output window, often a black window with plain white text. Yeah, so let me show you on checkers real quick. If you never seen it before, let's go to checkers 4 over here. Let's run it. Oh, is it an update? We'll do that later. And then right here, this stuff is getting printed because we're saying, well, it's console output, but it's the same thing. In C++, it's console output, but it's the same thing. It'll get printed like this. I don't have any like JavaScript or something that we actually use print. Anyway, let's get back to it over here at this thing. All right, great. So the print function, blah 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 blah, in the app. All right, cool. Okay. So programmers often use print to quickly check the value of their variables when their games run. All right. In the app, they made a special output window that captures calls to print and displays a card to make it friendlier for us. When they say app, are they talking about this or are they talking about the Godot Engine app? I don't know. Anyway, so we got print, we got run, func, run, print, hey there, right? Run it, and there's hey there right there. All right, great. Pardon me. So here the verb prints, here the verb print means to send information to display on the screen. Yeah, it's a verb. The function prints things on our computer display, and it does not relate to printers. Sometimes I say noun and verb, but not often. Variables are like labels. As hinted above, in GDScript, variables work a bit like labels. Assigning a value to a variable is like taking our label, the variable, and sticking it onto some item, the value. Like a supermarket has a database of product labels, true. A company keeps a list of all variables. A computer keeps a list of all variables in our code, all right? True. Given the variable name, the computer can look up the attached value, true. it has an important consequence. In GDScript, we can stick that label to any other value. All right. So we've got this output this function right here. And when we run it, it's going to do var health equals 100. Then it's going to change health to this is some text. And then when we print health, this will get printed out. Let's do the steps first. All right. So there's func run. There's var health. It's now 100 down here. Now we change the health to this is some text. Now we're going to print it. And we can see it prints out this is some text as well. All right. So the above code is taking a label from the appropriate item and sticking it to the wrong thing. I mean, basically, yeah. Basically, yeah. But I mean, it's only subjectively wrong. Honestly, it's not wrong because it ran, you know. But whatever. We can keep going. At line 2. The health variable holds a number, and then from line 3, health holds text. The computer will let us do that, but the code's syntax and grammar are correct, but it's not good. All right. I mean, at least it's not what we would want. Variable names should describe the value they contain. True. So a health variable with a text value will confuse our future self and other coders. True. It can also cause errors in our game. So later on, we're going to see how to avoid this issue with variable types. For now, we're going to practice creating variables. All right. So now we're on to the practice. We're going to define a health variable. And in this practice, we're going to define our first variable and give it a specific starting value. All right. Oh my goodness. So here we are. We're going to define a health variable. The goal is to define a variable named health with a starting value of 100. We can define variables inside or outside functions. In this practice, we shouldn't create a function. True. All right. So yeah, we're going to do the health variable thing. So we'll just say var, that's not it, var health equals 100 like that. No semicolons, nothing else. Let's run it. Looks good. There it is. Continue. And we're done with this one. All right. So now we're on to adding and subtracting. And we'll see you next time.